Let's go then. Quarterfinal number 2. We have Sock in the upper right and Foggy in the bottom left. We have 3 human versus night elves in a row, Todd.
Nice.
We'll
I found a way to remove the text at the top. Did you?
No,
never mind. It's still there.
I think I blocked the chat. I'm not too sure if I blocked all the donations and stuff. But this is what we have to
click on barrage, right?
Yeah, exactly. And at the chat, there's like one of the 4 buttons you can block stuff as well, but I don't know if that's working all the time. So at the moment, you're happy that you get 3 human versus night elf matchups. Let's see how long this will stay that way, because you hold a little grudge against the Warden, I guess.
Well, it depends. Like sometimes I feel like Foggy is improved a lot, but I mean, obviously when he plays on NetEase, there's always like the ping factor and everything. But I feel like Chimiko is the only one, in my opinion, that's a favorite in his match. But we'll see. I could be completely wrong after them.
Yeah, I'm with you. Especially, I saw Foggy last week destroying Hawk with a Warden here, with an Engine of War creep at the Merchant that I've never seen before. But here's a Demon Hunter. What the fuck?
Yeah, on Amazonia, it can be a little hard to, I guess, level a Warden properly. There's still some elves that have been doing it, but getting to level 3 is still extremely tricky. And then maybe the ping factor could have affected his decision. Like, like when he plays in the European Cups and there's a lot of them, he might have been more inclined to go Warden, but because it's going to be harder to micro here with Shadow Strike and maybe the opponent being able to get some denies, maybe that pushes him more towards something like a Demon Hunter.
Yeah. Would be an understandable reason. Maybe it's a daily thing as well. Like the connection to China can be pretty good, and then there can be lots of spikes, and if you miss a Blink Fan of Knives, then you maybe lose the game with it. We'll see. Sock, do you know if he's more of an expansion player in this matchup, or does he like straight up play pushes?
I think he can mix in both. It's a lot more about maps. Like and on Amazonia, it can be very tricky to expand, but he's a little bit of a wild card. Like I've been very impressed with him, like with the way he's been mixing in a lot of different strategies. Sometimes expanding, sometimes playing one base, and just like even for, like a lot of players on the map, they will have a best build, right? And they will do that build almost all the time. But I feel like for Sock, one time he'll show one build, and the next time he'll play completely different on the same map. Whereas like if I take Foggy, for example, I feel like a lot of the time on the map, he will be more the kind of player to have one main build and creep route that is perfected.
Yeah, I feel the same for Chimiko. Like the 2 human Koreans, they have a lot of strategies prepared, while TH and Infi, they would always go for the Blood Mage here, I feel, and then push at like 60 supply or something. But it is an expansion, and Foggy going the colorful route with Immolation.
Wow. Actually, the pull was good, but now Wisp, I think Foggy was completely anticipating this.
Yeah.
2 Wisp are going to detonate on everything. It's supposed to be a disaster for Sock here, but I still see some human win from there sometimes. And the thing about Sock is that he got terrible items, by the way. He got 0 damage items. So it's like kind of like the Todd build here.
The Todd curse, indeed. So he has to abandon the creep spot. Not too many losses on the Footman, but he's still chasing. With, like, I never thought that I would see this from anyone else but Colorful. Big surprise for me.
Yeah, that was really well done, I gotta say, by Foggy. He completely anticipated what was gonna happen. And now he's in a position where he has only 1 Enchant of War. He has 4 Moonwells. This is... I guess he's gonna buy Mercenaries and do a giant push. A Sonic-esque push, maybe with Shredders. I think he would just actually finish the game if he does that. That's so smart. I didn't even think of that.
That would be super sick indeed. There's the Berserker and the Shadow Priest. So the first 2 Water Elementals got dispelled anyway. And now he has the Shadow Priest to work against at level 2.6 already. Okay, the Shadow Priest got hurt.
When I saw like 1 Enchant of War and 4 Moonwells, I was like, what is this? Are you going to make archers for like 20 minutes? But it makes a lot of sense. Like he made himself... he put himself in a position where you could actually... Oh my god, there is a free access into the main base and the peasants are already injured. It's a disaster.
No. Yeah,
and he can stuff to the expo.
This is so smart by Foggy. He and the Staff of Teleportation. It's just so good. For years he keeps on playing it, but no time.
Actually, imagine if he waits until he has 1 hit points. Okay, never mind. I think he's going to stuff. I was going to say, imagine if he just fights and then he TPs home, heals, and then stuff back into the expo. But he staffs out earlier. to the expo because he thinks he can get it cancelled.
With the 2 Berserkers, doesn't look too great. He has a little bit of mana, no immolation again. Sock is just moving between main and expansion, trying to hold this Archer coming in as well. Shadow Priest 2. He finishes this actually. It's super late, it's super expensive, but Sock got this.
I hate watching this kind of situation because like Foggy was doing so well and then suddenly he makes this move that's like, what are you doing? You're never going to kill a tunnel. Yeah. Like that's just not going to happen. Are we seeing different hit points than he's seeing when he's playing? Like it didn't make much sense. Now look, 2 Troll Berserkers on 1 hit points. I think 1 or 2 of them might die unless he can reach the Moonwells. But even if they reach the Moonwells, the demon, how is he going to heal? Yeah, he loses one of them. This has gone from really good to kind of a disaster now.
Foggy wasn't attacking at all, right? It was just this all-in mass mercs. Okay, he started it now, 40% or something.
And I mean, greater healing on the Archmage, and also like the expansion on this map has so much gold that if you can just, all you have to do is secure it. Even if you take a lot of damage before that, that's just an insane amount of gold that you're gonna have to work with.
Here we have a Shredder. Some normal damage against this. But yeah, the Moonwells are all dry, and what to do with the Demon Hunter, you're absolutely right. Oh, big damage!
Ooh, actually, I don't know if he has a Wisp near the main base, but Demon Hunter being level 3, if he takes Simulation level 2, like, one thing about the delayed expansion of Sock is that he shouldn't have the wood to get Arcane Towers in both of his bases. So he's only getting it on the Expo. But I don't think I see any unit near the main base of Sock. So I guess Foggy is just planning a big push on the Expo.
Yeah. Maybe with double Shredders this time, except of double Mercs. Tower not up yet. He can still go in, but that's the last bit of Moon just... Oh boy, how many kills can he get? Good micro by Sock so far.
He's trying to finish units before they can be healed from the shop. I think he's getting a shop in the middle of the map. So I think maybe Naga, maybe talents.
Oh, wow.
Maybe a talent push.
I haven't seen that in ages. It always feels so strong if it works. Because it's so fast and so clean. Yeah. But once there's guard towers, like the talent strat is gone.
Yeah, if you realize that this is coming, it's just, you make a bunch of towers, then you've won the game, really. Yeah. Like.
Well, it's human play in general, right?
Yeah. Well, I know he's going Huntress Hall.
Huh.
A staff in the main base would have been insane. I guess now he's out of mana.
Yeah. The region scroll, really good. Foggy with the Naga now.
You know what's crazy? Maybe he could have sappered the Expo. He's already so low.
I don't know if he can afford that with all the Mercs and the Shredder. I think he has to cut some corners then.
Yeah, Foggy actually has a bunch of gold and wood right now. I wonder where he goes. Maybe just double lore and play standard from here, but it's so awkward. By the way, have these guys never heard of W3 Booster? We don't even know if it's simulation level 2. What is this?
Yumiko definitely knows about it. And usually is good friends with WFC. I don't know, Infi's using it, so the Chinese must be aware. He's just lazy.
Oh, Infi is? I didn't know.
Yeah. Yeah, when it comes to like production, the Chinese don't do anything.
Yeah, they put like all the matches and score with a text file.
Yeah, notepad, exactly. That's like their way of doing it. And Soccer has a lot of footmen. That was really expensive.
I wonder if you bought Schrader. Like you kind of supposed to. Like you have such easy access to it here, supposedly.
I think Foggy could go for Zeppelin and Bear drop in the main. The expansion is pretty protected now, but I think the main is still exposed.
He's staying tier 2 and getting double lore, so I think he's just going to get a bunch of Dryads. I don't think I've seen a tree yet starting. I think he moved his Ancient of War to the Expo to be able to creep that in a sec. Okay. I'm going to assume this is Immolation level 2.
Okay. This is rare to see. With Fog Lightning, of course, great AoE, and the Footmen, they're just falling like flies. He needs tier 2 so bad. Archmage in trouble, has to go for the potion.
There's a staff. He's saving it, I guess, to stab the demon out.
Yeah, the Archmage with boots, that's a lifesaver for now. But for quite
it's
some time...
so tricky. Sorry, go ahead.
For quite some time, we haven't seen any harass towards the Expo. So Sock is banking 800, 900 gold by now.
Yeah. It's so tricky here to decide on how to proceed if you're Foggy, because if you just expand, then the opponent will do like a 70 or 80 supply push and kill you supposedly. So I think he might have to go for Bear Dryad first, try and start building an army, start creeping a little bit more, and then Expo. And then, like when you see that you try and anticipate exactly when the human push is going to come, and then you break up, keep yourself, and try and keep up. And if you somehow hold on against that one big fight, that one big push, the first one that's coming, which is really hard to hold on against, I think you're in the game, and maybe you can win. But I mean, he has Naga instead of Panda. Like, it's going to be tough.
Level 4, though. Maybe the Demon Hunter can carry, but the items aren't too great for him. He's opening up that expo now. Sees that Sock is in the upper left, so he knows he has some time to creep this in peace. I would still be a big fan of that Zeppelin drop, especially in the base. We've seen bears tearing keeps apart.
Yeah, like the tower is in a weird position actually in the main base. Like he put it towards the front, Sock did. But I guess Sock actually, he didn't wait at all, by the way. He broke upkeep, and that's because he's creeping at the same time. If you're not creeping, if you're harassing, sometimes it's better to save gold, but if you're creeping, you get gold from actually creeping on the map. You can still sell items if you find a bunch of useless stuff. So he broke upkeep immediately, and that means he's going to want to do a push regardless if there is an expo or not. I think actually if there is no expo, it might be better for him to just creep. And on this map, when you're getting rifles, doing the granite golems in the corner is like so easy. It's actually, it's very rare that I'm going to praise the human stuff that much, but like honestly on this map, it's like one of the best things you can do is get rifles and actually creep those granite golems.
Yeah, I think I realized that when you were coming back to the scene for like the first time and played the WGL qualifiers. Like, what the fuck? He has like 4 rifles and he creeps that red spot. How is it even possible? But
yeah,
I feel like not too many players are taking advantage from it now.
Yeah, a lot of players, they like to play a lot more aggressive than that. Okay, Foggy's going for a push with Immolation into the expo, but Sock has so much supply. I think he must be close to like 60 plus against the 48 of Foggy, who doesn't have an expo. And this feels like a bear all-in, I guess, on the expo. On this map, the main's going to mine out so much quicker than the expo that his plan might just be to try and trade and then move the main tree of life to the expo and maybe pull a Creo. Like you just win because of demon level 6. But that guy's getting chased.
That's pulling a Creo?
Yeah. Pulling a Creo is like when you're really far behind and you try and hang in the game and you're like, maybe if I can get level 6, and then you get level 6 and then the entire world loses their mind because it's one of the most epic games.
I will steal that one. That's great. So the bear training is finished. What WFZ is so obsessed with the Archer and Shadow Priest.
Yeah, he's going full Death Note on this one. He keeps looking at it. He's like, God, these Europeans, they are so trash. Forgetting. You call yourself a pro player, and then he looks at it again.
At the result of yesterday, when he got 2-0'd by Foggy, hell yeah.
Extra reason to hate now. But yeah, like Sock, 61 supply, and again, he's getting like the value from creeping these camps the way he's doing it now is just so insane. He repaired a bunch the town hall on his expo now.
Yeah. I like Foggy's play to distract a little, to try to keep Sock back and buy time for more bears.
Yeah, this is super smart because when you play against Demon Hunter, you have to go Naga second. If you go Naga second, you have nothing to stop a staff of teleportation. Yeah. So that's why even you were touching on the Zeppelin, that could have been good as well because there's nothing to actually Stonebolt units in place. If you just Staff of Tele, you can sometimes even do double hero as. One of them Staff of Preservation, the other one, and then the first one Staff of Tele.
And Foggy is really good at that macro play, so I definitely expected that. But so far, straight up, he's buying a lot of time. He's now at 60 supply, maybe in fighting shape. Maybe he expected more rifles out of Sock, and that's what stopped him from playing the Zeppelin. Or he thought, okay, I spent so much time on the Mercs and that didn't work. I spent so much gold on the Shredder that didn't work. So let's go with my actual units and try something.
Yeah, you never really know when the opponent's gonna actually push your base. Like he might just do that while you're trying to harass. And Demon Hunter is still finding damage on the expo. The main army of Foggy spots that there is actually creeping of the Granite Golem here, but actually he took a lot of damage. Does he have Footman or defend for the Golem?
I don't know if he has any defend research. Okay, that's the red spot. That's triple aura, unholy vamp, and devotion. That's pretty insane. This must be a Stepson.
It's going to take more than pulling a Creo here. It's going to take pulling a Foggy winning against this.
We've seen, like, a Warden, yeah, she could definitely pull that off late game. We've seen this plenty of times recently. But with a Demon Hunter, I feel people got so good at running away from Metamorphosis that it doesn't have that much impact anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, but at the same time, like, Sock broke up Keep a long time ago. And then I think as the mains mine outs, even if you can push the opponent back just the one time, it's more about for him to be able to build an army that can win multiple fights. He doesn't need to win the fight super convincingly. He just needs to barely win it. And I feel like Foggy has improved so much at saving gold in no upkeep and then building up the best army that he can build and then microing it to its full potential, even though sometimes he's been criticized for his micro. So now this is a little bit reminiscent of what he does against Undead, right? He adds 3 giants, which are really good against a tier 2 army. When you have giants like this, if the opponent only has rifle and breakers, there is a point where it feels like you almost can't win anymore without castle and frag shards. So yeah. I'm very impressed by Foggy. I think he might be able to do this. And I know that because I said this, he's going to get crushed because he's getting creepjacked on the granite. But
he has a lot of forces here. Needs to move the mountain giants up front. Demon Hunter is super close to 5.
Oh, he used Invuln.
Oh, damn. He's actually getting level 5 now. It's, of course, not as powerful as usual, thanks to the immolation.
And Sok right now is like, oh, shit. It's like,
yeah.
Did he really manage to squeeze out giants like this on one base? He does have some mortars, but he's not tier 3. He's not going to have any knights, no paladin, no staff. And Foggy, is he doing this?
Ooh, there's no TP on him.
Double staff.
Has the staff out and in. Shredder goes down. But still the mountain giant blocked in the back. Like Foggy is struggling so hard with the MG positioning.
Yeah, he needed some wisps maybe. He's kind of chasing him back. Demon on 5.3 it looks like right now. Oh god, if he gets Metamorphosis.
Level 5 Archmage right around the corner though. I feel like Foggy did a great job in utilizing immolation. Like if I watch Colorful, he never uses it after the initial harass, so Foggy at least gets some value out of that spell, and Fog Lightning hits big.
And I don't see any healing scrolls being used here. I think Sok is just having to retreat all the way to the back of his base. Naga being targeted. Foggy has to be careful. He might be overextending here inside of those towers.
Okay, he has a town portal on the Naga. Shredder might be getting some kills. Only 1 exit kill. Pretty well done. No level 5 Archmage.
Wow. He got better trades.
Yeah.
Demon 5.5. If he gets another fight like this, he gets Demon level 6. And then he's going to expand later than Sok, obviously, on his Expo. That means he has so much more extra gold. So then the pressure would be on Sok to attack into Foggy's Expo. So Foggy might now be in a much better position than he was previously, but Sok's still on 70 supply and he still has like the silliest auras here with Devotion and Unholy Aura. And he's going to get Archmage level 5. Those Dryads, they don't replenish mana super fast. So Foggy needs to be careful not to get overeager here and fight too early.
Yeah, Water Elemental still have a place in this match so far. They are the Wisps, so he is expanding. Can't play 1 base, 2 base anymore. Now we get the heal scrolls. And a bigger breaker line. I feel like the next fight is going to be a little easier for Sok than the previous one. And again, the creep check. Foggy's so greedy with his granite.
Yeah. I think he's trying to force Sok to come and engage into him. And I really like that he brought Wisps here. I think that's going to be a big game changer. If he can not only remove slow, but also some of the mana on some of these casters. Instead of attacking into Sok and allowing him to kite him all the way back to his base, he's saying, I'm doing those granite golems, you have to come engage into me. Otherwise, I'm going to creep this and it's going to be bad for you.
Okay, this time the Mountain Giant's in a way better position. Even Fairy Dragons added. Unholy Aura for Foggy now as well, if I saw that correctly.
Oh, but the Water Elemental in the back has been wrecking those Dryads. And without Dryads here, it's going to be really tough.
Oh, the Mortar teams as well. So well done by Sok. 74 supply. The Demon Hunter has to carry hard with an ult.
Yeah, he's going to have to double staff it pretty soon as well. Use the anti-magic potion here. Demon hasn't killed much yet, so he's still on 5.5, 5.6. He's going to be able to get the Shredder. A Giant gets staffed out. That means... Yeah. Actually, no, he still has the staff on the Naga to staff out Demon.
Even Naga with the Unholy Aura. Oh, needs to staff out. Now there's no TP. 62.
Oh my god.
Now the bears are left alone, and Slow is kicking in. Sok's playing this so well.
And he actually made Fairy Dragons. That Water Elemental in the backline was insane. I don't know if you saw, but like he sniped 1 Dryad immediately. And then I think Foggy was like probably looking way too far up, so he didn't even see it. But that Water Elemental was wrecking the Dryad line in the back.
And there was also not too much to spell, as you pointed out before. So exactly that situation coming into play here for Sok. And now there's no Moon Juice anymore. Has to go for the stone. The Mountain Giant is like, what, 20 HP or something? He can never heal this big boy.
He needs to make many, many bears, and he can't really afford them right now. 77 supply for Sok. We got less than 50. 49 here for Foggy, who's making bears. That's the right move. this is going to be tricky, especially Moonwells are empty. He needs to wait for night, I guess, and his hope is going to be to get Demon Hunter level 6, to which is somewhat close to. I guess he can use Wisp, right, to try and also remove some Water Elemental. Like, he's completely out of Dryads right now. He made a Hippo? What?
Yeah, not too sure either. Maybe he expects a Zeppelin.
Misclick, I think, like that.
Or maybe
for the flying machines.
Yeah, for the flying machines, and then he can use ferries again. But there's 4 gyros now.
Yeah, it's a Hippo as well. Like, what is he gonna get Fort Lightning and die like in 1 second? The problem with moving the main tree to the expo is that whatever you staff is going to be staffed there. So then it's not going to be next to Moonwells. But I think Foggy is doing this right. He's waiting at home. And he's going to maybe wait until he mines out the main base. I'm guessing it's going to be pretty close now. Apparently WZ doesn't give a shit, so he's never clicking there.
I think he clicked once, but it's like 4 minutes ago, and I didn't even see. So Naga level 5 now. I would love for Foggy to try and get into the peasant line again, to stall some more time and get closer to 6. But of course, this is way harder with the Demon Hunter than it is with the Warden.
Yeah.
He's doing the Corona strat. Waiting at home. Good one, Chad.
Yeah, he's going for it. But Demon already took a bunch of damage. Ooh, be careful with the slang machines. You don't want to feed the Demon level 6, but Sock winning the last fight so he gave level 5 to Naga. Oh my god. Winning the last fight so convincingly, he must be really confident, and like he's gonna just bank on a ton of healing scrolls. I'm guessing at least 1 per hero, yeah. And he has a TP. We were talking about this. Earlier in the game, he was kind of broke. So I was like, I don't know if he's going to be able to, have a TP plus a big army if he keeps on losing fights. But now he actually has a TP. So even if there's Metamorphosis, you talked about it, you can just kind of TP out and then re-engage later.
Maybe with Metamorphosis, you can go for a base, but the SimCity is nice. There's a little opening. Okay, so he's trying to get some kills here with Immolation once again, exactly what I talked about. So if you run away from Metamorphosis, one of your bases should be open, right? So you either take a lot of damage on your base or you're forced into a fight. So that could be a play for Foggy.
Yeah, I mean, attacking the Expo is going to be tricky, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like Foggy, his best possible course of action is just to turtle like crazy. I'm surprised that Sock actually didn't try to attack into the main base, but I think he realized he scouted the Expo with the flying machines, and he's like, oh, you don't have Expo yet. So his best move might be to just wait for Foggy to move the tree to the Expo, take it, and then attack there, because then there is no Moonwells nearby. Yeah. And if Foggy staffs, again, he staffs directly to the Expo, which is where the fight will be happening. He went for tier 3, he's getting Inner Fire, he's getting Knights, there's going to be Frag Shards. This time he's going to have the correct army to fight against those giants, and he's going to have way too much of it.
Foggy definitely needs Wisps against the Inner Fire, 3 Mountain Giants. And Bears, they're really good in killing buildings, but Castle is so sturdy. You can't kill that. And yeah, as I said, the expansion, lots of farms in the front.
Look at the supply.
So was waiting for it to come. 88 supply. Big human death push coming.
Against what I'm guessing is around 60-ish, maybe slightly more. I guess, like I said, you can use the Wisps here. And even with Metamorphosis, it's still very tricky. Like, he wants to be able to blow up a lot of units immediately, get level 6, transform, and then maybe push into the Expo, like you said. But the position, I think, was pretty good for Sock. He tried and resets a little bit, disengages, pulls back, re-engages. Demons being forced back right now, so he's not with Immolation in the middle of everything. Foggy's bringing the buildings.
Oh,
the forest is alive. He needs to bring Wisps.
Anti-magic on the Demon Hunter getting close, but the Naga can't really reach for Fog Lightning, right? That could be easy kills, should be easy kills into the back, but he's positioning the Naga so defensively, not willing to dive into anything. And what are these Mountain Giants doing? Yes, they soak up a lot of damage, but there's no damage done to Sock. He's going for the Archmage now! And whoa! That was like 20 HP before the TP.
Oh, I didn't get level 6, sadly. Yeah, those bears were useless. Oh my god, bears. It feels like they're so bad in these fights.
It feels like they need +2 damage or something.
Well, they will still die very fast, so no. I still wouldn't win. Lado will still struggle, so...
Oh, we get closer to 6 with these peasants.
Ooh, we forgot peasants?
Is it enough?
Oh my god.
I think the Naga's not in experience range. That's exactly level 6! God.
No way. And he doesn't have a TP this time, so he still has 88 supply. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
But Foggy has a chance, for sure. It's a small one. 46 supply to 88.
And he's bringing
It's going to
militia.
be a big look at his supply moment.
Again, 40 supply, man. How is he supposed to deal with it? Yeah, with immolation and buildings, he's throwing everything into this. And I guess no roar. Is there a single bear left? I don't think so. Buildings dying so quickly.
Are blowing up those dryads super fast.
They blow up everything. It doesn't really matter if it's dryads or buildings. Well, against the mountain giants, it takes quite some time. And Foggy is unable to reach them. He's just hero focusing at this point.
Naga doesn't have that much mana. That's the big problem here. He would need like a lot of Fort Lightning in a row. Here's another one. But yeah, everything is slowed. And remember where he staffs? If he staffs right next to this fight, it wouldn't be ideal. Archmage has an invul, he uses invis. Yeah, there's just too much.
Mountain giants are falling. The Tree of Eternity is also down. Level 6. Will we see a mass teleport to celebrate the win? No, but towers. How fitting. Invis cast again. Metamorphosis is over, and the Demon Hunter will fall. This was a very well played game won by Sock. Greedy going for this expansion, risky to go for this expansion, but despite the disaster in the early harass, holding on quite well and took the game from there.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised that Foggy slowed down. Like, I don't know, it was weird. He was doing really well, and then he targeted the tunnel, and then like he had a couple of really weird moves. I run so bad. I bet with Talo, the guy in the chats. I bet on Lin. Like, safe one against 120, then he gets smashed. And now I bet Foggy. He's doing this to me.
Yeah, maybe it has to do with the ping, but this was one of the worst Warden maps, and Foggy, like, since 2015, he's embracing the Warden, and is one of the best players in the world with that Warden, I think. So, the next one is Foggy's map, and I expect a Warden for sure, and then it's gonna be a whole different game.
Yeah, I don't think the hero was the problem here. It's just targeting the town hall. It's like, how do you make that choice right there and then? I really don't understand that. Like, sometimes you see those players, like Foggy did so many things well. He's a fantastic player. I think he's a better player than me, clearly. And he did so many things that I was very impressed in this game. But like, targeting the town hall, like what? Like, what's your thought process there? Like, did you think for 1 second you were going to kill that? That was never going to happen.
Yeah, maybe
he's playing with Reforged graphics or something. I don't know.
Maybe he thought he had some mana because he didn't use immolation against the workers, and then there was constant power build. Pretty much, no choice. No chance. But we've seen quite some turnarounds recently, so I wouldn't be surprised if this entire series turns.
I really wonder what's Sock's assessment of that game as well. He's like, oh yeah, no, it all went according to plan. I would be like, dude, you were dead. Like, that was the worst expo attempt I've seen in a while. Like, I don't know why you were even still in the game after that. Like,
yeah, on Amazonia, right? It feels like an unnecessary risk to go for an expansion. Because the one base push is working so well most of the times.
Well, if you get hard countered by 2 wisps and a hero showing up while you're creeping it, it's very, very hard. But the camp pull is a big game changer, because then suddenly there isn't ensnares, there isn't storm bolts from the granites. Is it called the granites? Or like the rock golem? I guess?
Rock golem.
Yeah. The granite's the big one.
All right, game 2 is Echo Isles.
I guess Warden.
Yeah. I mean, it's a best of 3, so Terraner stand should be vetoed.
I wonder if Chemico talks to Sock at all or inspires him, but Chemico on this map played amazing recently in some games that you cast. I did like a tutorial on one of them where he played against Loliet, and he straight expanded, and then he harassed non-stop, which is that was somewhat of the counter to Warden.
Chemico is, to me, no disrespect towards you, but the most impressive human player this year. We haven't seen too much of TH and Infi, and sometimes they're off racing. So Chemico is just crazy. For years we praise his micro with the surrounds and the blocks, but it feels like he stepped it up in the past 3 months so much that he's doing the right decision. He has some cool pocket strat with the fast Griffins, for example. So it's really, really exciting to see him play. Yeah,
I agree. He has improved a lot. I actually think, like, when I look at the bracket, like, he keeps demolishing Colorful, and now he's meeting Colorful next. And then after that, he will meet $42 Lights. I think he might be favored against most of these guys. Like, I'm confident he's going to make the finals.
He did it before and then got smacked by Moon, but, you know, feels like everyone gets smacked by Moon these days.
Yeah, which is weird, because other elves are not doing nearly as well, usually.
Yeah, Lolite is so frustrated at the moment. like Colorful is doing good, I guess. Foggy is doing good, but feels like Galorlight lost faith in his Warden. We'll see if Foggy can still pull it off. Engine of War in the north. Okay, we've seen this a little more, but then the second Engine of War in the south. So I wonder how he plays this.
Yeah, Foggy has gotten really good at making double Enchant of War and building like a good dynamic to be able to creep pretty quickly to level 3. And sometimes, if you expand, he'll leave you alone for a while. Sometimes up until he's gotten level 3. I think it took for him. Remember that one game that he lost to me on Terna Stand a long time ago in the
Yes.
cup? Like he came to my expo, he fan of knife, and then he damaged all creeps. I was like, thanks. And then I got the item. After that, he was like, all right, I'm never rushing like this ever again. So ever since, he's been creeping a lot more with his Warden. And personally, I think this is one of the scariest things to play against. I think it's very strong to play like that.
All right, so do we have a Warden confirmed already? I don't think so. But yeah, Sock is great friends with Loreliot, so they played a bunch against each other, so he definitely knows how to play against the Warden. Same goes for Chimiko.
Yeah. And you see like what he did with sending the peasant there. If there was an Ancient of War, he might have pulled that camp to try and get the cancel on it. That's because it's the scariest thing you're playing against. So if you can do something to either prevent it or maybe get a farm already in that position so you get some vision as well with it, it's very, very nice for you. He's probably going to be relieved to know that Foggy is creeping in the north, which sometimes tells you it's not necessarily going to be a Warden, but I think he's going to scout regardless with the peasants if he still has it around.
I was hoping for a Mountain King here, but we see the usual Archmage matchup, and then I wonder, is it Shadow Strike first? Is it the Harass build with Fan? Because against an Archmage, Shadow Strike feels so powerful sometimes.
Yeah, usually you'd almost always want to open Shadow Strike. Even if there's like a Footman scouting, for example, you can get like an important little XP boost, which is going to bring you closer to level 3 quicker. Hey, WFZ, how about the scoreboard? God damn.
Yeah, I should do it somewhere. Oh, whatever. I'll do it for the next series. Yeah, like scoreboards or clocks or the hero overlay would be really nice, but that would...
Oh, you got absolutely nothing. Just this random, disgusting logo and text in the bottom left.
I guess it's Weibo or something. Is that the Weibo logo? Yeah, right.
Yeah. What does it say? Tiger Tooth, by the way.
That's the logo of Huya. Or it's like the translation of Huya.
Tiger Tooth. Did they watch the Tiger King documentary? I thought it was so
man,
cool.
Everyone is hyping it.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet.
Me neither. I will do it tonight. I got like off on at like 7 p.m. and then that's my evening program for the day.
I'm gonna watch it later. I'm saving it. All right, so Warden creeping a bunch. I see he's moving the Ancient of War to the mercenary camp. And I think, it should be level 3, right? With the Footman that he got, plus this camp that he's finishing now.
It's interesting that he's not going for a second Engine of War, but takes his time. That should be a fast tech then, right? As he didn't use any gold for the second Engine of War or any items, something.
Yeah, he's not even scouting whether there is an expand. So sometimes like you almost hope that human would expand so that you go double Ancient of War and then you get like APs and stuff, like Sonic who hard countered me because he never watches my stream on this map. That was insane.
That series was so good.
You should watch the VOD with my point of view. I'm like, guys, I never straight expand, so he's never going to expect it. And then he just hard counted. I'm like, what? I guess he never watched my stream. He doesn't care.
He doesn't care about anything, man. He just plays whatever. And if there's no expansion, he would just do the same thing with your main base. He's one of a kind, and that's why his games are so awesome.
Yeah. Ring of Regeneration, by the way, quite nice here for Foggy.
Yeah, that's awesome for a Warden.
So I guess it's Fan of Knives level 2. The question is... Oh no, he did go Shadow Strike. So Fan of Knives level 2, Shadow Strike level 1 right now, is my guess.
No Blink, then most likely. That would surprise me as well. He should be able to reskill later.
I think he might creep with just units for his expo.
Yeah, he's making great usage of the... True, just boots. He's making great use of the Engine of War. And the Warden games begin. Okay, the expo is finished, so he can't prevent that anymore, but he knows. Positions in the way that I love how he hugs the Warden with the Footman, so they soak up the Fan of Knife damage.
Yeah. I wonder how far along this tower is. Too bad WSZ doesn't care, because could have shown us if there could be one more Fan of Knife, which I guess there would be, because he's just staying hidden. while Sock is buying dust right now, but he won't be back on time to prevent that.
Still a better observer than at WCG.
He stepped up actually at the end. Remember what happened?
Yeah,
I was like, I'm going to observe from now, and then apparently this guy was working multiple jobs at once.
You taught him in the end. So still, like, it's kind of risky, isn't it?
Ooh, he wants to get the tower before he TPs.
Okay.
That might cost him this Troll Berserker. No, he's going to run around. Very well calculated. Don't die. Oh my god, never mind. I'm like so good he's going to TP out with a 1 hit points Berserker. Feels bad.
26 supply for Sock only. 1 level 3.5. He's getting there. And T2 should be done for a long time, I guess.
Yeah, killing that tower is actually, even if he lost the Troll Berserker, is so worth, because now that he goes back, there's no Arcane Tower. So it's just, the Butcher is going to continue. He needs a staff though, oh my god.
Second time he runs across the shop, doesn't get it. Interesting.
Oh yeah, but Sock stole the staff, which I think either Foggy saw or anticipated. So he's like, well, if he already has the staff, I can't do much here. Wait, does he have dust?
Yeah,
there's no blink.
Nice. Yeah, there's no blink, so he has to run away. Getting level 4. That could be blink level 1, I guess, but super expensive.
Yeah. I guess he's not under that much threat. The next Fan of Knife could do a lot here.
Oh, wow. Okay, 1 footman with the claws. Nice reaction. But for how long, man?
Foggy needs to expand in the meantime. Oh, you went blink?
Yeah, sick Warden play so far. Yeah, I'm surprised he's not expanding as well. It's so much time. And it's not that many footmen either.
Yeah. Is Archmage trapped? I think he might be.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if there was room. Oh, wow, he's going straight tier 3.
Oh, he is! Has to wait 30 seconds for the staff. Nice.
That sucks.
Oh man, that's so much time for the Warden. That's the marketplace. You can't really contest it. And more
22
mercs.
seconds. He has 26 supply here, so I mean, obviously he's stacking and waiting to make his units. But Foggy, I like his start. I mean, he's gonna get level 5 so fast this game. It's gonna be absurd.
He didn't even creep his natural yet. He gets the marketplace now. There's still the turtle in the bottom left that you can do with an Engine of War.
Oh my god, Warden is 4.6.
Big involve.
Okay, if Sock wins this, humans OP against natural.
Okay. Sock, if he turtles well, but I feel sometimes rifles are a really good answer against the Avatar, but then Night Elves are so good at moving the Avatar out of range, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I mean, Avatar should never die from units. I think this is. Oh, I guess. Oh my god, level 3 Archmage against level 5 Warden.
That's so sick. He has a staff. Okay, he now tried tier 3. Gonna be more bonus experience.
And you know what the fast tier 3 is really good for? Anti-magic potions.
Oh,
he has Blink level 1, Fan of Knives level 3. The next time he's gonna go for the main base and kill every single peasant there. We have a fast tier 3.
I'm surprised
from
as well.
Sock.
Is he trying to tank?
Maybe. That would be crazy.
I think Fortitude tried it, but against the Tinker fell flat on his face. There we go. Fan of Knives level 3. Ouch. This is so... And there's no Zeppelin to help on this map.
Yeah. That Warden's gonna get level 6 this game. This is like unavoidable.
Whee! This must be so much fun to play.
Why did he Fan of Knife for 1 peasant and 1 Warden? Yeah, I'm sure, yeah. How about Sock? You think he's having fun?
Nope, not really. Okay, expansion now. That is rather late. But with since he knows it's tier 3, the big Sock force is still far away. So it might
he used the invuln the first time he went for this. Now it's anti-magic potion time. I'm guessing tier 3 finished by now, so he's gonna grab that. And that Arcane Tower is gonna be useless in the main base. And he's probably gonna get like 5.6 or something from killing the next wave of peasants. But I think Foggy should start leveling a Tinker, but it's very costly to keep buying potions and stuff and go for peasants like this. So sometimes you can't afford it directly.
Is there still no tier 2 building for Sock?
Maybe on the expo, like
yeah,
workshops or something.
must be.
I don't know what he's going for yet because WSD does not care about anything.
So main base wiped out, trying to counter this now with the Mountain King, which is interesting.
Whoa, he already used staff, by the way.
Oh yeah,
how's he gonna get out? Yeah, there's no. Wait, what? He's just fighting it. He's like, you don't have enough. But Walden's taking a beating. Oh my god, stumbled again. And the Archmage is close.
And he blocks him in with the farm, with the fast build.
No way.
Oh wow.
You need to get out right now. Archmage trying to block. He's not moving the Archmage.
Oh,
the Walden is still stuck. Oh my god, not the Game of Throws.
Oh,
and all the units are trapped. Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. Oh, Foggy, one overextension. That's so much time for Sock now, and so expensive for Foggy.
All right, I'm out. Good luck with the rest of the game.
Yeah, how was that? Like, we'll see.
What is he doing? This is so absurd. Yeah, this game won.
Yep. I mean,
it's the silliest thing I've ever seen. This is worse than the fucking Town Hall target from the previous game. Oh my god.
It's so funny. Foggy sometimes like plays like a god, and then there's this one move, and that's why he keeps on losing to Happy as well. Like Happy never makes such a mistake. Foggy does, and that's the difference. One still close to 6. We're still gonna see Avatar, and that's the real challenge for Sock.
I cannot believe he lost his Warden and a lot of his units here.
Maybe Foggy is listening to our cast, and he just wants to admit that human is OP.
Oh my god.
It's happening, guys.
And now there is tanks. And he never went for a Tinker. I don't think he even scouted the expo to see the workshops.
I think he assumes it though, because like no production in the north, no sanctums, no rifles really.
I think yeah, maybe. But to be honest, I felt like he would have taken more precautions, you know, like more buildings. Like, I mean, maybe he couldn't afford them because he lost his Warden like a cretin, but...
Okay, here we go. Avatar summoned. Let's get some spirits and wreck this main base over and over and over again. But I mean, he still has income. He's super short on lumber, though. The typical human problem on Echo.
I mean, he's been losing peasants the entire game, and you don't have access to a Shredder here, sadly.
Yeah. Okay, that's
a Tinker now would be like so important. Even for just 2 tanks, like it would help so much.
Yeah, the Ancient should attack by now, level 4 Archmage finally. And the army is here, but he's just losing this army as well. Oh, has to uproot, Warden is back.
Use the Ancient of War. There we go.
Not sure if this tree is safe. Oh, with mass repair, it probably is.
Yeah, it depends on the upgrades on the tanks. I mean, it looks like he has enough repair while eating some trees. If the tanks had 2-0, that would have died way quicker, but they have 0-0. WFZ with a very quick click. Thank God I'm watching.
Thumbs up, man. Stormbolt trying to dodge it, but doesn't work. Archmage is hurt, now continues to focus. Yeah, I think he had no lumber for upgrades.
Yeah. Well, 1-0 is very, very cheap. You should at least have that. Even with 2 tanks, it's already worth it.
Yeah.
51 supply for Sock. Going for Moonwells is actually smart.
Yeah, he's not going to get Foggy supply stuck, but just for the region to take it away. I guess kind of 50-50.
Yeah, but by attacking the way he is right now, Sock is preventing the Warden from being inside of his peasant lines right now, which he really doesn't want, but the Avatar is still doing work inside of his main base on its own.
Should expire soon. Like, there's no way he can lose the castle to this.
Foggy has 31 supply.
But a level 6
Warden counts for a lot of supply.
Yeah, exactly. Level 7 now. And Riju. That's sweet. Ooh, that Paladin. Stomple to the rescue. And staff. Well done by Sock. And new tanks.
I think he tried to blink, I think. But maybe not the best ping. Oh, he got bashed! Oh. He was trying to staff somewhere, but he got bashed. Oh, the Paladin might die inside of the main base. Can he get it? Yeah, I think he's gonna get it.
Healing is good, but the Avatar damage is better if it's not expiring. And yep, down it is. Next attack though, Warden down to 1/3.
There's a Stormbolt.
Maybe.
Rejuve. He killed all the wisp with one single knight.
Yes, there's almost no repair. And level 3 Stormbolt, level 2 Stormbolt now. And Bash.
Eat trees! Eat something!
I've never seen you cheer so hard for a Knight Elf than right now. Oh, fan! One more right click. Archmage is dead. TP out.
Oh, he might die anyway. No, okay, actually, I think.
The tree! Is the tree dead? Or what? WC, show us the bottom left, please!
It's dead, it's dead.
It's dead?
WC3 is useless, so I have to look at the minimap. I'm gonna message him later.
Oh my god.
Okay, this game is pretty ridiculous.
We're getting very, very close to Todd admitting that human is OP.
No, what the hell? Dude, are you serious? Like, this Warden was like, alright, guys, what's the only way I can lose this? Stay in the main base, hold my beer, fam. This is so weird. Like, I guess how much gold is left in the bases, like, is gonna matter a lot. He needs to blink on time, by the way. He hasn't been able to do it very often. I think mostly because of ping, but yeah. If he can dodge even one single Stormbolt with blink, this is huge.
And blink is so cheap.
Oh my god, oh my god.
Over.
He almost went for the Archmage. Yeah, Foggy has a decent amount of bears, so yeah, he can actually use Rejuvenation a lot against these units. And keep everything alive, and I guess he might move the tree to the expo again.
That will take a long time though. Foggy's supply stuck now, and Sock I think is going out of tanks into knights, right? With mortars, I guess.
Yeah, it's so awkward for Sock. Like, how do you decide exactly what you do? I guess staying in the main base is pretty smart. I don't know how many towers he has in the expo. It might be better for Foggy to go into the expo now. If the army is there in the main base, he might do that. Oh, he just blinks in straight. All right.
Yep. Doesn't care about anything. With the anti-magic, why should he?
Oh, he might get trapped. He needs to get close enough to the wall to blink out. One more fan, yeah, he's going to get out.
And he will do this over and over and over again. One tank is left, 5 bears. I don't know, breaking the main feels so hard to do. Oh, actually, there's only 2 towers. That's nothing.
Yeah. What do you think? Warden level 10 eventually?
Will this make a big difference to the Warden level 7?
Yeah, it's pretty. I don't know. It feels impossible to kill.
Yeah. So much more stats, so much more mana. Shadow Strike against Archmage is really good as well.
Blink levels actually matter a lot, even though, it was nerfed in general.
Yeah, the difference between level 1 and level 2 is crazy, but I feel like level 3...
Yeah. I mean, when you play against it feels like a world of difference for sure, I guess. Yeah. But yeah.
Getting close to level 8.
He's going to siege the main. I think some tanks might be on their way to counterattack in the center, or at least maybe one. I don't know how many he remade. He actually went into full knights, so he's now trying to get like somewhat of a normal army. But, I mean, knights against fan of knights level 3?
I don't know if they have big upgrades or something. Avatar again. Haven't seen it in a while.
Kills the altar. So now if a hero dies, that's a much bigger problem for Sock this time.
He's still 2 bases, could go for a tavern. Trying to block the bears away from the towers. That's pretty good.
Oh, he's gonna get the avatar.
All of, like, just right-clicking on the avatar, but there's Reju. Well done. Notice well.
I think Foggy just wins. Pala is kind of stuck. He's trying to get out.
Yeah,
there's no more mana. Did he have a mana pot?
Oh, I didn't see it. I think WFZ is obsessed with his paladin. Oh, a nice block with the avatar.
WFZ is obsessed with looking at what doesn't matter. That actually gets out.
This knight transition, man, I really don't know if that's the right call. Yeah,
does he not have abolish? I haven't seen any abolish.
Huh. Don't think so, no. Focus. There's a tank in the base. Wrecking Moonwells again.
I killed 2 already.
Yep. So it's just like 3 bears, 2 dryads. Should be easy to deal with it.
Avatar's still in there.
Yeah, that main is wrecked. 6,000 still in. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Would love to see the main, though. Foggy never makes an attempt to build another base, so at one point the tree will move down. And then with Knights and Mortars, you can snipe it for sure.
Yeah, you got Orb as well now. I think having at least one staff could be nice, but it feels like he has full inventory anyway, because he wanted to keep the circlet, staff, boots, everything.
Tanks again. Warden will see it. I wonder if he regrets at some point not going for a Tinker.
I think maybe he just wanted to get more bears, so he would have more sieging potential. He was like, I'm not going to expand anyway. I'll just let you attack with tanks into me and defend with bears. And I need to have rejuvenations to work with. One gyro bomb on the main tree. All right, mates. Like, sure.
I think we should see more of that. Please show the Night Elf base a little more. That would be great.
In before he just like zooms on this while the fight is going on. There's no anti-magic potion this time, so it's harder to commit to go for the attack, because Stormball's going to be more relevant, the Arcane Tower is going to be better. You might not care, though.
4,000 gold still in the expansion, so no one has to rush a new base or something. Only 2 tanks. Foggy can easily deal with it, but that's some pressure relieved on the main. Oh, 3 tanks, actually.
Wow, he actually staffed on the moon while that was being attacked. Some repair would be nice. But I guess like the tanks do so much damage anyway, they may still take out those moonwells. He's expanding, I think.
Oh, wow. Is that worth it if the gold mine is at 1,000 anyway? Ah, it's just moonwells. And that's pretty smart, because the tree will be there, and then you do have moonwells in the end.
Yeah. I mean, if some tanks show up, it's going to be pretty annoying. And Sok is still trying to retower his men. He has no wood at all. I think he barely has any wood peasants right now.
Oh, that's a good opening for Foggy then. He just has to hold on.
Chasing a tank. You better run.
You, yeah.
I'll detonate you.
And 600 gold. It's like items don't really do anything to Sok at this point, so it's all about army.
Ooh. He's still okay. No, he does have anti-magic this time.
Yeah. Oh,
he could get bashed here if he's not careful. He does have, I guess, by now Blink. Yeah, Blink is level 2 now.
Yeah,
absolutely. So he might just blink away. Foggy, if you lose your Warden again, like...
Does a good job in moving out of Mountain King range.
I would tilt so hard if he lost his Warden again.
It's a Foggy game. It could happen any second. We've been there a lot of times.
Level 9 Warden. I think he has like, what, 1,000 hit points on the Warden?
Yeah, pretty sure. Plus 7 armor or something.
Oh my god, good luck killing that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's going to move. I like that he made Nature's Blessing before moving that to the Expo. And those Moonwells on the Expo were there in anticipation that he's going to get pushed on the Expo as well eventually.
That's really smart. I think Glorlight was the one starting it a couple of months ago, and Foggy embracing it now with the shop and all the Moonwells. Well done. And Sok is trying to push this now before the second gold mine pays off. Kills a bear immediately, but here comes the Warden.
You don't have Sundering Blades.
Well, there's no medium armor, so why should they?
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Like,
they have one.
Good luck killing a Warden.
Well, every HP you take away is less mana regen, I think. So, oh man, 1,100. That's so sick. Trying to flank from the north, getting some reinforcements.
And when you know that a Night Elf expands this late, he's just going to have so much more gold available than you that the pressure is entirely on you to attack. Like you might think, why is Sok attacking? Just stay at home. No. If he stays at home, he's like deader than he is now. So yeah, he has to attack. But he can't make much happen against this army. He has no counter to rejuvenation. He has no slow. He has no priest. He has no breakers. He's only relying on knights.
Yeah, just not even mortars. Like, what the fuck? You have 2 workshops. You can't afford too many tanks
not very
anyway.
Good against Fan of Knives.
That is also true. Yes, if there's no Zeppelin, that's right. Yeah, the lack of casters. You can feel it.
Give me my level 10.
It won't take long, don't worry. Warden is out of that fight here now. Another bear dropping. And Foggy is still supply stuck, so whatever he's losing, he can't get it back right now.
Yeah, he's just gonna leave the avatar. I think that's very smart because there's so many bodies. You're gonna get like all max spirits instantly.
Ooh, Shadow Strike on the Archmage now, trying to get him away. So close to 5. Bears keep on falling though, and at some point, maybe he's not able to defend the tanks anymore because lack of damage.
Yeah, the Warden's gonna have to keep on buying mana potions. Foggy's actually kind of broke.
Oh wow, that
Pala.
staff.
Oh my god. It was that stuff in the main base. He can kill it with the spirits.
Oh yeah, I don't know if he noticed it.
That Warden can get level 10 this game.
Absolutely, she's so close. Just needs another run by. And this Archmage, dodged the Shadow Strike, but there's Blink, level 10, hello.
Oh my god. And I guess he hasn't killed the Pala yet, because I don't see it like in the middle of the screen.
Yeah.
You see when the hero dies. Those gyros putting in work in the main base, but this is the sickest thing.
And Mountain King killed as well. Warden cleaning house. And Sockman, there's no way out for you. Oh, the avatar was gone. Okay.
How do you kill the avatar? There was 2 towers, but they don't, I guess maybe he had like 1 or 2 units, maybe like a knight or something.
So the main is pretty much wiped out, but...
And there's no altar. Remember, he killed that a long time ago.
Oh,
so
yes!
You have to make it on the expo.
Oh, wow. Or Tavern Revive, but there's no resource for that.
I doubt that Sock even anticipated stats and remade the altar. In which case, he's even more screwed.
Yeah. One just keeps on killing the main. Okay, Paladin is still there, but that's about it. He's just holding on to the tanks now. Like that's
He's gonna try to eliminate him. That's his only chance.
Well, he surrounds the spot where the heroes would pop out.
Wow.
That's pretty smart by Foggy.
Yeah, but those gyro bombs going ham though.
Yeah, just wait 2 more years and then...
All the 3 of them.
Man.
Shouldn't he? The altar.
Shouldn't he build more lumber peasants? His resources are so imbalanced.
He's almost out of gold, so I think he might just try and mine out and then eliminate. Like, yes, I think Sock's only chance is to eliminate Foggy. I don't think he ever kills that Warden or his army.
Yeah. Keeping tabs on the tavern. I like that. Mountain King is back, but no mana.
Warden has no mana, actually.
True.
Should just be going home. But he lost a lot of Moonwells at the expo. Still has the shop, though, I believe.
Do you feel like...
he's going to try to catch the Pala, maybe, in the main.
Without spells? Oh, wait. That's a little misleading here.
It's a Warden level 10.
Yeah. 540 mana pool, so it just looks like it's no mana.
Oh my god, the hit points
and
are 1,150.
Right clicks are so ridiculous.
It's almost tempting to dispel the Staff of Sanctuary, but then there will be Divine Shield plus the Invuln. He's just going to kill that. That's really well played by Foggy, actually.
Well done. Do you think that...
It should turn...
Oh, it's no TP. Do you think that if you go tanks, you have to go like triple workshop and all the way tanks and no transition is possible?
I mean, sometimes you could see it work, but it's just like Foggy started the game with like such a fast level 3 Warden, and then Archmage was trapped in the expo. It was just all about the starts. It's very rarely like super clear in terms of strategy, I think. Like, in my opinion, like very rarely do I look at a game and I'm like, yeah, no, the strategy was just wrong and stuff. Sometimes it comes down a bit more to execution.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe it would have worked better here. Because those knights really didn't do much, in my opinion. Like, he tried to fight the army a bunch of times, but if you look at the human hero levels, they're not that high. So it's not like he traded well enough to actually justify going for that many knights.
Yeah, he killed quite some buildings and a couple of bears, but never got the upper hand back.
I don't know how much gold there is left in the main base of Sock, but I'm going to assume 3.5. So there's 10k plus on the expo of Foggy, so he can just rebuild.
Yeah, we're easily at like the minute... minute 25 or something. Well, he has no solution to the gyros, has he?
How about 1 troll berserker? Yeah, 1 dryad.
Yeah, exactly. If there's 20 gyros, he might be able to kill the dryad.
Ooh, the MK in the main base is staffed right now. How do you actually attack that? Oh my god, the dryad! The gyro bombs! They're fighting back!
Oh, Riju though. Well, TH made it work against Night Elf with mass, the block. with mass gyros. But yeah, that's the end for the Archmage. Again, celebrating victory with a fan. He must know. Oh, the expansion is expired, so that's the last kind of income for Sock.
Yeah. Well, you better not lose your Walden here. Oh my god. Okay. Thinks out.
Always be careful of that Stormbolt.
If after he got, I actually at any timing, like even after he got level 10 on his Warden, if Foggy had made like a second hero, he would actually gotten a bunch of XP. But I guess the Warden was there to soak the experience anyway, because she's the one doing most of the damage. But yeah, 38 supply for Sock. He's pretty much mined out. A lot of gold left on the expo of Foggy. I guess Sock will try for a little bit longer, but I wouldn't be surprised if he tapped out pretty soon, because there's just no way for him to bridge the expo of Foggy properly. Maybe one last ditch effort, like one big attack.
Yeah, I like that he switched the targets Foggy did from economy to heroes a lot, because that's so expensive, especially from the tavern. And he's not mining on, like, he was never really mining on 2 bases. He tried, but one was shut down always. So he's waiting for the Archmage now, and then try one last attack, possibly.
That altar is going to work overtime. By the time he has Archmage, he's going to have lost his MK. And he's like, well, then now I'm going to wait for the MK. Like,
well,
never ends.
The Paladin is back, so there's a lot of Holy Light. Oh, Warden down to 50%. Anti-magic, though.
Don't blink in, Foggy. Yeah, sure. That stuff's really going to happen.
Oh. So that is Sock pretty much not mining at all. Sock needs a second altar, chat says.
Yeah, I don't think he has much gold left either. Yeah, he has 94 right now.
Yeah, all his
I don't
gold...
think Foggy ever made Wellspring.
Should be the case. Sock doesn't even have the resources to build all the peasants back. It will take forever. He will never build an army again.
Yeah, Foggy's still on 9k gold on his expo, so
yeah,
he could go to 80 supply. I didn't see his upgrades on Bears, but he should at least be, I would say, 1-1 by now. Then again, it's been such a hectic... Oh, he's 0-0. Okay, yeah, I was going to say. Dodge the Stormbolt, please, one time.
Let's see. I think even if he loses the one, there's still no chance, because the Bears should take care of the tanks. Level 5 Archmage, finally. A lot more mana. And here we go
well
again.
Going for the Dryads. Rejuve. Needs to transfer Invuln to Archmage, maybe? Pala's only level 2, so Holy Light level 1 doesn't do that much here. Yeah. And Pala is too far from the Archmage to transfer Invuln. He's going for the Archmage. Oh.
That was a necessary staff, but that's... Oh, nice Stormbolt. This Mountain King really saving his allies, but for how long? There's Blink, there's Shadow Strike, there's Fan. Oh, another Divine Shield. Paladin, unkillable for now.
Yeah, he had an Invuln. The one that he couldn't transfer to the Archmage, but he's going to lose everything. Archmage is staffed inside of the main base with 1 hit points. You could even Blink on top of that and kill it.
Foggy used all his mana. Does he have a potion
actually,
still?
Regenerated a good amount already.
That was sweet, man. Blocking in the way, or blinking in the way. That's GG. Foggy wins game 2. We go full distance. And the game...
And with the level 15 Warden, by the way. Because yes, I still count the experience after he got 10.
Okay, there was impressive Warden play. So I wonder what's next map-wise.
Yeah, and it's going to be hard for Sok as well to devise like a better plan. Like depending on the map, you might need to just play like entirely different. You just got bullied this entire game here. I think losing the Arcane Tower at the Expo kind of like already put him in this much trouble. Come on, Foggy. You can do this.
Yeah, would be the semi-final against 1-0, right? Or is he in the bottom part of the bracket? To look at.
Yeah, I think we're playing in the right order today for once. So yeah, he will be against 120.
That's a first for Chinese tournaments. Oh yeah, next. Yeah. 1-0 looking really strong. 2-0 Happy, 2-0 Lin. if he takes things serious, he's a pretty good player.
Yeah, Foggy, I think like he stepped up quite a bit against Undead. Like he still has a lot of trouble against Happy, as everybody does. But at some point, I thought he might be getting broken mentally, and he might be starting to play worse. But no, he's really been improving steadily. Like he does well against most other Undeads than Happy. So that'd be a pretty good match if you had to face 120.
Yeah, that feels like the difference between Foggy and Hawk. Like Hawk feels really desperate. He's trying a lot on game 1, and it's really close on game 1, but once he loses the first map, it's like, okay, we all know that he's like broken in half now. Foggy, though, he's always trying new stuff.
Yeah, there's definitely been a few series, I guess, of Foggy that also have looked a little bit like that. Like in my latest Invitational, like the first 2 games were like really sick, but then after that, Foggy kind of fell apart.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's hard to tell if it's just a couple mishaps that lead into like a really bad game for someone, or if he actually like started to be broken mentally.
Yeah, sometimes it's also a long day, and then you're down 2-0, and it was already like an 8-hour tournament day for you if you start at like 1 and play the Chinese tournaments, and then you start ESL Cup, so it's really draining.
I mean, when I look at the games that Foggy has to play in order to win one map against Happy, like I don't know how he's not broken mentally already going into any series with him.
His work ethic is really crazy. It was kind of the same when Happy was not in the tournament scene and he was facing 1-0 all the time. 1-0 killed Foggy over and over and over, and was always a dead end in these Chinese tournaments for him.
Yeah.
But at one point, he made it work on Echo Isles, and then he made it work on the other maps. It's pretty impressive that Foggy is never giving up. There seemed to be a little issue with the maps, as Foggy wants to go for TS, but Sock says he bans TS, so the last remaining map is Northern Isles.
Yeah, of course he wants to go on TS. Yeah, the cheeky mana pendants plus greater mana, eh?
Why are you never playing Mountain King, by the way? Whenever I saw a game of yours in the tournament on...
Because it's a gamble, I think. Like, if you get bad items, it's like the most depressing thing ever.
True.
I just think Archmage is like still solid, even on TS. Like, when you play Mountain King, you get good items, you're really ahead. You get bad items, you're really behind. I don't like gambling that much. And also, it's not like these guys are all going Mountain King and they're dominating Night Elves, right? Like, they're still losing plenty, so...
A clap feels so good when you hit it on level 3. And you finally have a solution against these bears and mountain giants. Alright. Foggy is happy with Modernized now.
I was wondering what WZ was writing in the chat. But yeah, I guess it was the map thing.
Yeah.
Imagine if it was like, guys, I think I really killed it with the observing last game. I'm like, what? I'll join the game right now and tell you.
It's not horrible. We've definitely seen worse. It is ways to improve, but it's not that horrible.
But he's a pro player. He's supposed to check like the really important stuff. Like I don't even see him clicking on like the gold mines and stuff, or like the upgrades ever.
Yeah, but pro players usually with their observing, they're all over the place, and they're so fast. Like for the untrained eye, you have to move a little slower, I think, in observing. Like the Yumiko observing, I was close to a stroke.
Why, he was clicking a lot? Or?
He was clicking and using the arrows on the keyboard.
Yeah. That's... You don't like the arrows?
I hate it, man.
You do mouse wheel thing?
Yeah, all the time. I think my fingers actually hurt because of it, because I click mouse wheel so much.
Yeah, it's better. It's smoother.
Yeah.
All the good StarCraft observers, they do that as well, obviously.
All right, game is live. Where do I position this? WC doesn't care.
He literally left. Oh my god. This freaking guy. All right, give me his Twitch chat right now. This is absurd.
I will do the
he
same.
Waited
actually
until the game started to go to toilets. This is unacceptable.
I will do the
entire
same.
Lobby to do.
I will do the same actually to get a coffee. So you carry the show on your own now for a minute.
So,
Procasters.
This is so absurd. Imagine you're the tournament organizer and then you see this guy casting your tournament. You're telling like, I'm gonna watch some games. Like the guy is just straight up not here. probably made a speech before. He was like, yeah, by the way, guys, he's going to make an altar, a moonwell, and an Ancient of War. No surprise there. So I'll be right back when they finally start making... Actually, when their heroes are almost out, we'll find out together what they're making. Yeah, thanks, WZ. Thanks, bro. I guess he at least selected the altar, so we'll know now that it's going to be a Warden. And Ancient of War actually towards the Expo for Foggy. That's definitely quite unusual. A lot of the time here, you're going to do the Orange Camp on the other side with the big consumable, but it's mixing in a different creep route here by the look of things. I wonder where the second Ancient of War is going to be. Maybe at the camp I just talked about on the right side. That's a weird wall, but oh, yeah, that's not even a wall. That's like a wooden fence, you know? You're like, oh, I hope no burglars come in, but they could straight up kick down the whole thing and enter your house.
What are you talking about?
Hey, we're in an Ancient of War position for Foggy for sure.
Oh, true. Oh, nice to see Warden again. That's the second Ancient of... Like, yeah, he's playing second Ancient of War this time.
Yeah,
right?
he made the second one on the right side.
But going... for the Expo first and then Tuska.
I think he will straight Expo and then harass with Archmage immediately, like low-level Archmage. And on this map, you actually got some green camps near your base that you can do with only militia if you have enough food. And like your Expo is up so fast. The goal is to expand and have an economical advantage and not let the Warden get level 3, which is fully anticipating. I mean, after last game, who wouldn't?
But how can you stop the Warden on a way to level 3? It feels like relatively easy with 2 Ancients of War. You must rush to the Tuska, I guess.
When Night Elf is creeping the second camp, they need their archers and stuff to actually be hitting and stuff, and you still have opportunity to steal the crypts. So I guess just by standing there and harassing the units, maybe the Wisp, the Ancient of Wars, you can sometimes prevent level 3 from being reached. You went Shadow Strike again to get a Footman.
Yeah, that's level 2. Oh, I don't think it's enough damage, but that's level 2.
The Archer. Goes for the Archmage immediately. Yeah, that's just to push him back, basically, to prevent the Archmage from harassing. But that's going to be very costly mana-wise. And he already Shadow Strike 1 Footman, so he's not going to have like a ton of them.
And that was the second last one for a while, I think. He's going to get one now, and then he's empty already. It's nighttime, so it's not that bad.
Foggy should know that there is an Expo, because Crystal Ball is only found there.
Yeah. Another Shadow Strike, but still shouldn't be enough. No boots, no staff.
And for Sock now, there is always going to be a question of, does Foggy actually start an Expo? Like, he needs to kind of keep scouting for it. So it's a little bit tricky, because he grabbed that first. Like, for all he knows, there could be a tree there right now.
Well, he has a crystal ball, so he can always scan for it. Maybe it's not that reliable, because you have to wait for so long.
Ooh, we got the deny, I think.
Nice. Yeah, that has become so important, especially in this matchup, when it's about a Warden. You are so sick with it, I noticed it, I think, in your game against Sonic.
Yeah, I think like humans more and more are starting to realize how important it is. So they've gotten, everybody has gotten much better at it.
Yeah.
And like these guys right now, they are not playing with, or actually Foggy is playing with a way higher ping, so it will be for Sock to make that happen better.
Alright, big mana or what? Oh, point of mana steal. Okay, that's not a big deal. Almost did an eye.
And after this camp, you can actually do the green at the top to get level 3. But the thing is, Expo has already been running for so long here.
Yeah.
The Archmage. That's scaring me.
He's very low on Footman, isn't he? I don't know if he's heavy on towers or teched already.
Yeah, I think when you go for this very fast Expo, you have so few wood peasants that you want to focus more on the peasant production.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
I wonder if he's actually going to sell the mana still. Maybe not.
It's pretty good against the Mountain King later, so maybe he can keep it.
Yeah. Remember on Echo Isle, the first time that Foggy, actually he did the first attack, he bought the Arcane Tower, then the second one, and there was no Arcane Tower, so he did a ton of damage. And then the third time that he came, he had an invuln to make sure he dodged a lot of the shots from the Arcane Tower. This game, that's not going to happen like that at all. Because he didn't do the first two big pushes as early as in the previous one, and also he's not going to have an invuln. Oh, but there's no Arcane Tower in the main base. He's going to staff there. Oh my god.
He got the staff this time, not only boots. So that's nice disturbance of the economic force here. And he starts the creep spot, so that's so much time for the Warden.
Yeah, don't click on the Arcane Tower WFZ, it's fine. We'll find out when it finishes, I guess, eventually.
1 mana would also be nice to know. And he's taking
as soon as the Arcane Tower finishes, he could actually scan where it is. It going to be before the Fan of Knives come? 94 mana.
He's going to hit the Footman as well, but yeah, double kill right there.
Nicely done by Foggy. I think he just timed that super well. But yeah, Shredder on this map is a big game changer, even though he took a beating already right now. He can repair that, and then it can actually help against the Warden when the Warden's going for Peasants.
It's such a big deal that there's a lab on this map and on Echo Isles it's not. It will help with the lumber, will help with the defense, as you said. Finally, level 3, found some time with the Warden retreating and taking a bath. But Foggy should be close to tier 2 right now, as he didn't expand.
There's a chance, actually, I was going to say, he might stay tier 2 and expand and go for Dryads, but no, he goes straight for tier 3. I think he just prioritizes anti-magic potions so much. Yeah. It's like the priority for him. He doesn't care about delaying the expo a lot.
And Dryads get kind of hard countered by rifles, so you don't want to be too heavy on them.
Ooh, the Archers are going for the Arcane Tower. So the Archers are going to deal with the tower, and Warden's going to deal with the Peasants that are repairing it.
Oh, that was sweet. 1 Peasant is still healthy because of the Footman. Soaked up the damage, but he's dead. And we're getting kind of close to 4. This next Fan of Knives is going to be a quad kill. Boom!
And he still has, he has a mana pot as well to work with. If he gets the Arcane Tower, then he opens this expansion up for a lot more harassment. Sok has a lot of gold, but he can't really use it on much right now. Warden gets level 4. Foggy's going to TP back home to make sure he gets the defense. And the shop actually falls before that, so he's going to force it to restart.
It should still be level 2 Fan of Knives plus Shadow Strike and Blink, right? Oh, Zeppelins!
Yeah,
Sweet
I think
saves so. Right before the fan. Well done by Sok.
God, that was a terrible Fan of Knives.
Or it was a great save. But yeah, it was a little too late. Maybe it was a spike or something.
Did you see that Ancient of War was hidden behind the trees? I didn't even see it at first.
It's pretty sick, yeah. But he finds them anyway.
No, he's trapped by a critter!
No way! That frog. Okay, that's a lot of mana. He has to TP out.
The North Lab was already cleared. There's a chance Foggy sends something there now if he does that for Revelation.
He's really close, but he's not moving anything to it. And in the meantime, his shop getting attacked again. Oh, that cloak is so good right now.
It's pretty annoying actually for Sok. He needs to be looking at this a lot because like a Shadow Strike Fan of Knife would actually kill him even if he TP'd, I think.
He's trying to force the Warden back. Well, that doesn't work. And now there's a Zeppelin that will save the Archmage. Okay, so it's no TP.
I'm surprised Foggy's not even checking the top lab.
Oh, Stormbolt trying to run away to 8 mana.
Nice pickup. I didn't even think of the Zep coming to pick that up. Saved by Cloak of Shadows. Who would have thought?
Tier 3 again.
This time he's getting a lot of towers.
Yeah, it's definitely safer than what he played on Echo. Due to the fact that he has a Shredder, he can afford more towers, I guess.
Yeah. He leaves 1 Zeppelin in the main. He might do the same in the Expo. So Sok is like, you've killed a lot of peasants last game. I hope you didn't get used to it because this time it's going to go very different.
Only due to the fact that there's a lab. Like, that is the big change in this matchup. Lots of Dryads and Reju. Okay. Foggy gets the Warlord most likely. Oh, and the cost of a bear, though.
Which was denied, actually.
Pretty sick. Good anti-air by Foggy for now.
Oh, he has Orb. Actually, can go for the Zep. I'm going to force repair on that.
How does Sok still have no lumber?
He just clicked on chat.
Yeah, I think it was a mistake.
Of course it was.
How does Sok still have no lumber? He has a Shredder. He should be like building houses everywhere with that lumber he got.
Yeah. He made a lot of towers, he made workshops, probably made upgrades.
True.
I wonder if Foggy could go maybe for some sort of all-in on the expo, where like he attacks the tunnel and then he fan of knives the peasant with anti-magic potion. Because the thing is, when you don't play with arcane sanctums and casters, you have no way to remove the anti-magic potion. Yeah. Oh, the creepjack.
Oh, is he stealing it now with the fan? Oh, we didn't see it, but I don't think so. Should be Mountain King experience, but the Zeppelin, can he reach? Unloads everything.
Going for the MK. He has a fan of knives.
Oh my...
Zep.
That was so stupid.
Why is he not tipping out? Oh, he tried to transfer it.
Yeah.
Warden gets level 5. When you play against this, you have one job that's not allowing the Warden to get 3 levels like this. So this is very bad.
Why did he try to pick it up with the zap and fly away? That was such an invitation.
Because he's a human player. We think we can do everything. We allow ourselves every single little bit of grid.
Yeah, that got punished quite hard right here.
And now Expo is actually pretty close to finishing for Foggy, so he's actually playing it somewhat different.
And he's playing Panda second against the tanks. No Shredder, which is interesting these days.
It's a good timing because Warden's already 5. You can just level Panda now, like pretty easily with bears and the units that he has. And even though there is a good amount of towers, Warden's still gonna do some damage. Actually, wait, he already used staff. He needs to be careful about the escape plan. We already went through this last game. Like, please don't put me through that again.
Okay, there's a Zeppelin here. That should be safe. But Foggy is buying the necessary time. Expo up. I wonder if he gets the Panda to 3. Like, oh yeah, easily. Wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be fast. No, not the I-10. No.
Chat is going crazy already. There we go. Talisman doesn't do too much.
They'd be going crazy if he left a tome.
Oh, Cannon Tower by Sock. I don't know if it will do too much, but... Oh, no.
Probably not, no.
Could he even hit the gold mine? Is the range enough?
I'm not sure, actually. Maybe he was hoping the tree would move there. I don't know.
True. Chimiko did it, right? Against 1-2-0 on Northern Isles.
Yeah, that was insane. I saw that game. I was like, I'm going to do this every game. Then I never did it.
That would be such a typical Todd play.
It would be so good. I'd be so good at this style. But...
Absolutely. But you don't want to play it? I
don't know. It's... Yeah. In a real game, it seems like it's actually hard to make happen.
Yeah.
Wow, he actually gets the red spot here in the top left. Some very good items can be found there.
Well,
but not this one.
No. Well, at least the Warden doesn't get it.
The WS's laughing.
Ooh, that couple of Stormbolts could be a double kill. It's just one.
And Warden was actually in the area.
Oh, wow, that Paladin. Staff out. Okay, that's the staff used.
Foggy needs some staff himself, I think.
Oh, he lost the gold mine. I didn't even see.
Oh, nice hippo to shut down those Zeps. Very, very nicely done.
Oh, wow! Breath of Fire fan just killed the Archmage. Didn't expect this, I guess.
And he can get the Knight, maybe. He just got melted here.
Yep. Panda's level 4. And there's more breath.
Sok has double staff now. So he's just going to want to try and be cost effective with the tanks and his units are on the map and then just staff everything out every time. Rinse and repeat. His upgrades this time are very good, by the way. He has tanks 2-1 already. Panda almost level 4. Nature's Blessing is going to complete. Very important.
He fed the Panda quite a bit.
Yeah.
And there's a staff on it. I like it. Sometimes Night Elves, I don't want to say forget about it, but don't go for staffs for whatever reason. I don't get it. But Panda is such an easy defense against tanks for now if there are not too many of them.
I think if I was Foggy here, I'd stay on 50 and just get like double staff on both heroes. Maybe some APs. Because there's not just tanks, there's flying machines. They are back with a revenge after last game.
True.
They've got upgrades this time. Yeah, well, yeah, there we go. AP on the Expo.
Also some engines of war to help against the tanks. Same for talents for inner fire. Not inner fire, fairy fire.
Yeah, talents are so nice against this.
Yeah. No dispel at all.
And Sok is using the space created to actually creep another big red camp here. Probably hoping it gets better than Brilliance again. A big aura in particular can be very nice here.
Movement speed.
He might just keep on doing this, like harass without committing, and then eventually sneak in another base. Yeah, there it is. He's already putting down towers.
Damn, 3 base would be sick. Also, a thing that's not really possible on Echo Isles. I mean, he made it work. When was it? Was it against Colorful? When he played 3 bases on Echo Isles? That was insane.
Yo, Echo Isle needs to go. Such a boring map.
Can produce great maps, great games, but I guess as a player, not that exciting.
It's very rare. A lot of the time, it's like super bland, boring games, in my opinion. He blocked his own expo, didn't he?
I think so. Okay, cancel the talk. Close to level 6 Warden. But I feel like there's so many towers everywhere. Really good response time by Sok as well. Warden doesn't do too much this game.
This is a really good read by Foggy. That's where he needs to be right now to try and do some damage. But please don't lose the Warden in a silly way.
Avatar. We don't see it yet. Stormbolt, right clicks, rest of the army is coming. Warden dropping quite low. No Avatar.
Wow, and he has to use anti-magic now to just get out. This is pretty bad, actually.
And a surround. Well done. Socket 72. Actually getting an army together. You got breakers to steal Riju, which is great. Ooh, that breath of fire, though.
76 supply for Sok, but yeah, those siege units, as long as they're negated, Foggy's still going to be okay, but
yeah,
he's slowing down Foggy's economy so much. Foggy on 52 supply barely has a bank. He has 500 gold. He's already had to break up keep. But yeah, Foggy needs to make units now, but that expansion on the bottom right is going to be uncontested.
Yeah, and then he can just trade however he wants to. If he's losing 2 knights, alright, no problem. He's always going to kill some peasants, always going to kill some towers. But here we go. With tanks. This expo's dead.
Yeah, the AP already fell on the expo. Quite disastrous here. Warden's going to have to carry, but he stumbled. There's loving. I think he's just going to TP out after he kills the expo. Yeah. There's nothing much left to repair the expo.
Yeah, Wisps are all gone. Tanks are still there. Siege damage. Bye-bye. Man, Sok, well done. Foggy is struggling. Needs to make the Warden work now.
Yeah, 45 supply. Did he kill a Shredder? With Gyros? No. Get out of here.
Yeah, I think during the push, right? He used the time to kill the Shredder.
I don't know if it was on the left of where we were looking at or if it died, but yeah, this is pretty sad if Gyros killed the Shredder. He was very low.
2 archers now to defend against them. Okay, so we know the Warden is super strong, and we know the Warden can wreck economies, but can it wreck 3 goldmans at the same time?
It's gonna be tough. Does he even have a TP to get back?
Not sure. He certainly has stats. Oh my, not moving against the cannon tower.
Yeah.
Nice lightning shield, though.
He should leave 1 single bear on that base and then go back home. Yeah. Oh my god, what the? Did you see the shot on the Dryad?
It's just gone. Warden, kind of surrounded. Drains some mana. Breath of Fire. Archmage has no TP, I guess.
Yeah, there's not even too many Moonwells to work with here.
Just Holy Light is enough to keep him up. He wants this Archmage so bad.
Yeah,
must be
but Palace level 3 now. There's multiple staff and Bear's gonna get targeted. Archmage keeps getting saved. Tanks are still going to work in the meantime.
Has to blink out, afraid of the next Stormbolt that could kill it. Oh, but could also kill the Panda. That's a big commitment, though, as the Panda is so tanky. Staff is on him, and Foggy taps out. Sok wins! 2-1.
Rip.
Rip Foggy, indeed. All the Europeans out! It's not like, when was it? Duel Cup, I think, when Happy won the entire thing super impressively. Foggy quarterfinal was pretty good. Yesterday, the win against WFZ was super convincing here. Sock found the right answers to the Warden, and that was 2 workshops tanks.
So that means 120 versus Sock in the semi.
That's a pretty sick game. I'm really curious if 120 is gonna switch races again to something. If he doesn't feel like playing against tanks, because that's like what I would expect.
I think most people, if you give them a free win, they'll take it, but who knows?
I don't know. He played with Night Elf recently. He played with Orc recently. Played with Undead recently. Wouldn't be too surprised to see off race.
Yeah.
120.
These guys are pretty unpredictable with that.
It's so crazy how they can be so good with all the races. I think I haven't seen him play human. What might be the reason for that?
Yeah. Who knows?
Who knows? Okay, we get Lolite versus Fortitude next, and Shamiko versus Colorful is also on the list. Neo and Todd here for Huya Super League. We go into a little break for 4 minutes, and then hopefully we have the game real quick. So stay tuned, grab a coffee, grab some snacks, and then we'll be right back. See ya.